Greetings, Earthlings, aliens, other miscellaneous life forms, and of course my Moonbeam Team. Welcome to Planet Moonstar, I'm MX Moonstar. Now today folks, I want to talk about the new visitors that are going to be in the CU1 update for Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Now I am filming this on Apple Arcade, and that's because I'm filming this in advance a little bit, just to help me out with being potentially overwhelmed. Not the game's fault or anything like that, I just get very overwhelmed very quickly, very easily. Okay, so, I hope you don't mind that this is Apple Arcade footage, but I will double check to make sure that everything is as it's meant to be on the Steam version first before publishing the video. If I do make a mistake, however, just let me know in the comments and I will do a pinned comment and I will correct myself. Visitor time, starting off with Koropi. So he will need to be in the spooky swamp to be near Koropi. He will need to have 3 of the critter furniture items, and you get these through Keropi's bestie quest. It could be any of them, any 3 of them, just has to be this particular furniture. Then he needs to have 2 chair items, so any 2 chairs will do absolutely fine. Then he needs to have 2, I think this is like the mechanical tag. Things like the holograms, for instance, and the music boxes go quite nicely with this one, and the ancient inventions as well. Then you need to go ahead and have a critter totem, which, as we all know, is Keropi's 3 heart gift. Koropi also really likes swampy items, so it's a good idea to put 5 swampy items down in his cabin. Let's go and have a look at his cabin together. Okay, so here's what I've done for his cabin. He's actually hiding behind the mirror away from me. All my visitors hide from me, why? No, he's just stand. I don't know. They probably don't like me. It's probably because I come in screaming at them because they're so cute, you know? Anyway, here's what I've done. We've got 2 of the books for the mechanical tag, but this is the interactive history of chocolate. And we've got 1, 2, 3 critter items. We've got 1, 2 chairs and the critter totem. And then for the swampy items, I put down 4 glow buddies. And I believe the critter totem is also a swampy tag. But if for some reason, if it's not, just put another bug down from the spooky swamp and then you'll get the 5 hearts. Next up is our girl Picky, I think that's how you say it. And she needs to be in the cabin that is in the spooky swamp. So any of the cabins in the spooky swamp to be near Keropi. Then she needs to have 3 of the critter furniture. So I just showed you what the critter furniture looked like. So any 3 of those. So you're going to need 6 for both of these guys. Then you'll need to have 2 plant pot items. Then 2 terrariums and an erupt toad. And then she also likes plant items as well. So you need 5 of them. But with her requirement with 2, you'll only need 3. So that'll make 5. And let's have a cheeky little look at her cabin. We've got the critter furniture, the table, the bookshelf, the bed. We've got the 2 terrariums, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bush items, plant items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't count. And then the little erupt toad is sat in this little I was going to say cage then. It's a terrarium. Why did I think the erupt toad was like a little hamster or something in the cage? Next up is Mr. Ganta. And he needs to be in a cabin in the spooky swamp like the others. Then he needs to have 2 lamp furniture. So any 2 lamps will do nicely. Then he needs to have a bed. Then he needs to have a plant item. He also loves rocky items. So put 5 rocky things down for him. And here's what I've done. Here's the bed, here's the plant pot, here's the 2 lamp items, and here is the things with the rocky tag from Gemstone Mountain. Oh, nice and easy. There we go. He looks very happy with his room. Let's move on quickly. Now we have Kyorosuke, and he needs to be in a cabin in the spooky swamp. He needs to have 2 pieces of clothing on display. So you will need a clothing stand, and you'll need to go up to the clothing stand and put, say, a top and a pair of pants on the clothing stand. If for some reason you can only put 1 piece of clothing on, get another clothing stand, and you can put another piece of clothing on that particular stand. But I believe we should now be able to put multiple pieces of clothing on mannequins and as such in the CU1 update. But just in case something has happened, you know, and it's not like that, just go ahead, get 2 clothing stands, do it that way. But hey, if you can put 2 things on 1 clothing stand, great, amazing, do that. Then he needs to have 2, I believe this is storage furniture. So things like, what do you call them, chest of drawers, things like that. Then he needs to have a mirror item and a bed item. He likes material, so anything like fabric, tropical material, dreamy material, things like that, rocky material, any of the materials. Let me go ahead and show you his cabin. Here he is. He's very tall. And I put down 5 tropical materials. We've got the clothing stand. We've also got a mirror. We've got a storage item, and we've got a bed. And we have another satisfied visitor. Next up is Nobelun. So he needs to be in the spooky swamp to be near Keropi. Then he needs to have 3 book items. So anything like the Ancient Inventions, Interactive History of Chocolate, and I think the Sunshine Snuggles as well, that counts. This can't be comics, it has to be the books that you make at the crafting table. Then you'll need to have 2 bookcase furniture, and then you'll need to have this is the rain tag. So any of the items from the Raindrop series, and you get them through collecting raindrops around the island. So what you can do for this one, I will show you, and it's quite simple. So hold on to your horses, if you've got horses. Then he also likes the mechanical tag, so you need to put 5 of them down. Right, so we've got the 2 bookcases, the bed, we've got the books, we've got 3 of the books, and I put an extra 2 down because these books actually have the mechanical tag. Then I've also put a raindrop down because the raindrop does have the weather tag, does have the rainy weather tag. So you could just put a single raindrop down, nice and simple. You don't need to give up any of your raindrop wallpaper or anything like that. You can literally just give him a little raindrop and he'll be so happy with you. And here we go. He really loves this cabin. Woo! Next up is Miss Fenico. So you will need to unlock a quest called Everything is Fine, and you will need to complete that quest first in order to get her. And you will need level 12 friendship with Retsuko, level 13 with Choco Cat, and you will have needed to have completed Fire Up Volcano quest as well. So let's go ahead and discuss her cabin requirements. She needs to be in Mount Hothead to be near Retsuko, so any of the cabins on Mount Hothead will do. She needs to have a computer, which you can craft at the crafting table. Then she needs to have free paper, which is a return gift from Bats Maru. Then she needs to have the calming crystals, which you find in the crystal caves. If you use the entrance that's closest to the ICP entrance mailbox, you literally just go down a bit, and then there's an entrance, and it's very round. Let me show you quickly. So if you go to the ICP mailbox, the ICP entrance mailbox, sorry, and then you just go down here a little bit, and then you go into this particular entrance here, you'll be able just to head in, and there are a bunch of crystals that spawn here every day. I've collected mine today, so they're not here. But yeah, you can do that and get those crystals very easily. But you only need 1 crystal anyway, so you've probably already got that. But here's what I did for her. She's got the bed, she's got a table, and she's got the computer. The computer does have the mechanical tag, that's why I put 5 down. 3, 4, 5, yep. And the free paper, the crystal, the bed. And yeah, she's quite happy with this. Haida also kind of likes this room as well, but we've already made him his own. So let's go see the other visitors now. Now, moving on to Haida, you will need to complete a quest called Helping Haida. This quest you can get after doing another quest, which is called Out of Office. And you must also have Fenico as a 5-star resident on your island. So getting Fenico is very key to getting some of the other residents of Retsuko's universe. Now, he needs to be in Mount Hotter to be near Retsuko. He needs to have a computer. He needs to have a table furniture. And he needs to have a bed. And he also likes the fizzy things. So he likes anything that is a fizzy drink. So I happen to have a lot of these pumpkin sodas, so I did just put some down. But you can put any fizzy drink down. It can be just the simple one. As long as it's got that fizzy tag, you're all good. Then we've also got the computer. And we've got the bed and the table. And he's very happy with that. Very good, Haida. I hope he's very tall as well, so just be prepared. Just be prepared for how tall he is. Because he did give some people a little bit of a fright with how tall he was. Because we haven't really seen like a tall visitor. We've only had like really like little ones like us. So yeah, just be aware he's tall. He's tall. And he has the best run ever. His run. Oh my gosh, it makes me giggle every single time. I could watch him run all day. Now, your next visitor on the list is Gotti. And Gotti is so cute, I absolutely love her. You'll need to have Fenico and Haida as residents, and you will need to complete a quest called A Ton of Shadows. Let's go ahead and have a quick look at her requirements. She needs to be in Mount Hotter to be near Retsuko. She needs to have a computer. She needs to have 5 rare items. This is what this tag is. And this is actually her like tag as well. So that's 2 things off the list there in one thing. Then she needs to have a bed and 2 plant items. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what I've done. So we've got some bugs with the rare tag. We've got 5 of them. We've got the computer. We've got the plant item. And we've got the bed as well. I think it was 2 plants because there's 2 plants down. And here she is. Look at her. She's so fabulous. She is so fabulous. I hope she loves her room. Next up is Washimi, and Washimi will need you to have completed the Ton of Shadows quest as well. And she likes the rare tag, just like Gotti does. She needs to be a Mount Hotter to be near Retsuko. She needs to have a computer. She needs to have 5 rare items, which is exactly what Gotti wants as well. Then she needs to have a bed. Then she needs to have 2 chairs and a table. So let me go ahead and show you what I've done. So we have a bed, table, 2 chairs, a computer, and then we've got these magmiters because they have the rare tag, but anything that has the rare tag will do. You could just go ahead and catch a bunch of dragon darters from the seaside resort. They're quite easy to get. So if you're having trouble getting these ones specifically, you don't have to get these ones. You just have to get something that has that tag. This video is just to give you ideas of things to pick out for your visitors. You don't necessarily have to copy my example. Next up on our list is Carl. He looks very happy all the time. I would love to have the permanent look of happiness on my face. But he's always happy. He's always a happy little ducky. Okay, so let's get started. He must be in Gemstone Mountain to be near Peckle. And then he'll also need Ruby to be a resident. We'll go over Ruby's requirements in a minute. And in order to get Carl in the first place, you'll need to have level Friendship 8 with Peckle. Then he needs to have a mirror, a table, 2 chairs, and you'll need to have an egg pan recipe item. And then he also likes anything with the sporty tag. So let me go ahead and show you what I've done. So what I've done, I've actually put some island trophies down. You get these through doing the challenge courses around the island. If you complete a a whole region's challenge course set, so say you do from bronze to gold, you can craft quite a few trophies from that. You can craft 3, and that is already, you know, 3 out of 5. You've also got, you can also put one of these down, which you get if you go through all the rings when you jump out of the aeroplane. Let me just check actually if anything else has that tag. I don't have any in my inventory currently, but the Pachacho Energy Pop, the drink, Pachacho's free hat gift, does actually count as something that is sporty. So you could actually just put 5 of them down because they're easier to get than doing all the island challenge courses, you know. So we've got the table, the chairs, we've got a mirror, the trophies, and we've got something from the egg pan as well. Let's go and have a look at Ruby. Okay, so Ruby needs to be in a cabin in Gemstone Mountain. Any of the cabins in Gemstone will do. You'll need to have 5 plant items, so things like the coastal decorative plant and the Hello Kitty decorative plant, things like that. Then you'll need to have 2 fizzy drink items, so anything from the soda machine will do. Then you'll need to have a bed, a bookcase, and a terrarium, and you need to have a critter in the room. So it can be either in the terrarium, or it can be just out on the floor. So I hope Ruby doesn't mind bugs, because I think I've put one on the floor, I'm not too sure. And then she also likes anything from the Hugs and Hearts events. So let me show you what I've done. Okay, I have put the critter in the actual thing over here, so Ruby doesn't have to worry. So we've got 2 fizzy drink items, we've got the bushes which count as the plant items, then we've got a bookcase, then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Hugs and Hearts items, and as you can see, Ruby really likes this room. Then we also have Hello Kitty's grandma and grandpa. So here is Hello Kitty's grandma. She needs to be in the seaside resort to be near Hello Kitty. She needs to have Mary White as a resident, which is Hello Kitty's mum. Then she needs to have Hello Kitty's dad as a resident, George White. Then you need 3 red bow apple pie. You must have wool, which is a return gift from My Sweet Piano. Then you'll need to have Chulia, Penstemum, a dandelion, and a bell button. You can get these flowers through the mystery capsules that Wish Me Mel gives you, or you can get them in multiplayer. And Hello Kitty's grandma also likes flowers in general, so you can put 5 flower things down and she will really, really, really like the cabin. Okay, here is her cabin. She's got the bell button, the tulian, the dandelion, the penstemum. Put an extra flower down so I can get her likes up to 5. And then we've also got the wall, which is the return gift from My Sweet Piano, and we've got 3 red bow apple pie. Let's move on to Hello Kitty's grandpa. Now for Hello Kitty's grandpa, you will of course need to have Hello Kitty's friendship maxed out at level 25. But let's go ahead and talk about Hello Kitty's grandpa's cabin requirements together. So he needs to be in the seaside resort to be near Hello Kitty. He needs to have Hello Kitty's grandma as a resident, which is so sweet. Then he needs to have 3 art supplies, and then he needs to have an apple. Then he needs to have a bed. He needs to have 2 chairs and 2 bookshelves. And also he likes creative things, so you could put an extra 2 art supplies down, and that counts as a like tag for the creative. You can also put candles down because they're creative as well. But here's what I've done. We've got the 2 chairs, we've got the bookshelves, an apple, we've got the art stuff, the creative stuff, and we've got the bed, and as you can see, he's very happy with this. Yeah, so that's all the visitors that should be in the CU1 update, which is coming out on Steam on the 29th of April. And this update should be coming out for Switch players on the 22nd of May, if I'm correct. I'm sorry that the footage is from Apple Arcade. It's just there is a lot of visitors and I was a little bit worried about getting overwhelmed, so I wanted to do it in advance. But I'm pretty sure because the cabin requirements for the other visitors have actually been the same as Apple Arcade, that it will be the same across the whole board. Like, Steam will be the same as Apple Arcade, and Switch will be the same as Steam and Apple Arcade. Everything will be the same as each other, is what I'm presuming, because it has been already, you know? But if it's not, I'll correct myself in the comments. Okay, so I'm sorry that this video is so long, but could you believe it? It was 11 visitors. That's why this video is super long. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. I'll try and shorten it as much as possible. Okay, so I've been MX Moonstar. You folks have been amazing, and yeah, ta-da!